Hello and welcome back, Jayborino here. This is Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars. This is the last mission of the base game, Threshold 19. I've been told it is a challenging holdout, so maybe we'll start it, get our bearings, and then restart it, as we have done in the past. Prevent the hostile indigenous population from destroying Threshold 19 at all costs.
Finally, uploading obtained information to Central Data Core.
GDI has always viewed the Tacitus as a warning about the visitors. I saw it as an opportunity to invite a superior race to Earth, a race with great knowledge about Tiberium. According to the Tacitus, a liquid Tiberium explosion would alert the visitors' scout ships. But all of my experiments with liquid T failed to produce the necessary blast yield.
This being already exists in the Data Core. Genetic derivation is unknown. Overlord will want more investigation.
Threshold assembly under attack. Arrival of increased retaliation forces expected. Mission failure imminent. Foreman, completing at least one threshold is now highest priority. Ceasing secondary operations immediately.
Reformat your ship, Foreman. Insubordination is unacceptable.
Without a completed threshold, Foreman cannot return to Aqua Hub for violent fusion.
This entire harvesting operation is expendable. Overlord orders more information on Kane.
Order dismissed. Complete threshold assembly and construction of a signal transmitter is your only chance for survival, Foreman. First priority, complete threshold assembly.
I like how your ship is like, fuck that guy, we're getting out of here. Alright, here we go. Foreman, you must protect the tower at Threshold 19 until its construction is complete. Everything hangs on the balance. The success of your overall mission and the fate of the race depends on Threshold 19 tower activation and phasing. You now have access to all of our offensive and defensive capabilities. Take command of the base that is established there and keep the hostile indigenous population from destroying the tower at all costs. I wonder if Nod will be here too. Hostile to us, but also helping us against GDI. That would be pretty neat. And people have pointed out in the comments, and I've noticed this myself, that the interesting thing why the Scrin are so weak is because we're just a mining force. We came here thinking there'd be no one here because of the Tiberium blast. Alright, let's check it out. Tons of money.
GDI has built up a strong presence to the north. They appear to be intent on destroying the tower. They must be stopped at all costs. Our base is under attack.
Okay, so we have a wormhole here.
Intelligence data updated.
Let's see. What do we have? What can we make?
Building.
Let's make an air thing to see if we can make those carriers. That would be cool. They're bombing us, so that means we're gonna need some anti-air.
Building. Construction complete.
Okay, so we throw this bad boy down.
Construction complete.
So we can make Devastators. We cannot make these. We need a signal transmitter, which... Rift, Storm Column. Oh, we can make Storm Columns now.
Under attack. Our base is under attack.
Okay, they're bombing our Tiberium. Okay, so up here, what is this? So this is what we need to protect. So let's get another gravity stabilizer and put it up here, and also maybe some more defense. What do we need for Storm Columns? Well, we can make them now, so let's get this going.
Construction complete.
So let's put this guy here. I mean, I'm pretty much just going to make Devastator warships. Oh, I have 3 apparently. I don't know where the other one is.
Enemy units sighted. Building.
Okay. Make refineries, more refineries here, because we have more Tiberium.
Our base is under attack.
Here's another gravity
Training.
stabilizer.
Enemy commando detected. Unit under attack. Unit
Okay, we've
lost.
got the stabilizers here.
Complete.
Storm columns. So these apparently create they set up the ion storms around them, so we can sit in the ion storms.
Stealth unit detected.
Stealth unit is the commando, I think. So we throw this down, and then we throw this down,
Our base is
and then I
under
need a where is it? Warp sphere up here,
attack. Unit under attack.
and then more storm columns. We started with so much money; it's just managing your queues to put this stuff down. Okay, and then our big bomber guys are doing pretty well here. So I want to throw this down so we can make these things.
Training.
Annihilator
Our
tripods.
base is under attack. Harvester lost.
Oh my word. Lots of stuff here. Oh, we have at least one carrier. There it is.
Construction complete.
With zone troopers here also. So we need to throw down storm columns up here.
Repairing. Building.
I'm trying to just make as much of this stuff as possible. Holy crap. Okay.
Our base is under attack.
So it looks like it starts really quick, and you just need to set up
Repairing.
lots and lots of stuff as soon as possible. Okay, there are juggernauts up here that we're gonna need to stay on top of.
Construction complete.
Okay, so that's looking okay. We need to set up storm columns down here. We need these guys to move up here and support this area.
Video uplink. Foreman, threshold 18 destroyed.
What?
Threshold 19 is the last
Oh.
remaining tower. Assembly completion is your only hope now.
I was about to lose my shit.
Unit under attack.
Okay, so we need just to defend this area like crazy. Is there more Tiberium? I could make even another
Construction complete.
another one of these here. I just need a lot of storm columns, it looks like.
Building.
I mean, we have so much money.
Our base is under attack.
Okay, this area, unfortunately, is going down, so maybe we could send some guys through the wormhole.
Enemy base.
Like, go through, buddy.
Construction complete. Unit under attack.
And go through, and then where's my...
Harvester lost.
We need more Devastator warships here. It's anti-air that we actually need here, surprisingly. Okay, I made another one of these here, so repair this.
Insufficient funds.
These guys are just sitting here. It would help if maybe they got up here and attacked. I could take control of the Juggernauts also.
Our base is under attack. Repairing. Construction complete.
Okay, with enough of these, we should be okay. And we just make some storm columns here also. Okay, did they go through? I sent some guys through the wormhole, and they're not there anymore. I think we've had an okay start. We gotta leave guys up here. We gotta leave guys down here.
Unit under attack.
So the ion storms are buffing us just straight up, which is awesome. I want to get another refinery
Our base
down
is
here.
under attack. Units sighted. Repairing.
What is hitting us? Are these juggernauts from like super far away? Perhaps? Oh, it's just anti-air. We just need to set up more plasma missile batteries to stop them from bombing constantly.
Construction complete.
And for some reason, you can't repair the phase generators.
Building.
All right, throw down another one of these. This has been an okay start, surprisingly.
Repairing. Repairing. Our base is under attack.
All right, get on over here and get repaired, buddy.
Unit under attack. Insufficient funds. Enemy units sighted. Enemy commando detected.
Okay, you're getting... Again, this is
Construction
okay for now.
Repairing.
We could just blow up the bridges, but I assume they'll just rebuild them.
Harvester lost.
Okay, let's get
Unit
another
converted.
thing set up here. Gravity stabilizer's looking good. I feel like the Devastator warships, it's really just anti-air, though. That's the problem. Let's just keep repairing for now.
Stealth unit detected.
Okay, you're right there. You just gotta constantly be keeping an eye out for these juggernauts. Do I have a normal warp sphere, don't I? Because I'd like to take control of the juggernauts that are here. Because there's a bunch of them. We seem to have enough stuff here in general.
Our base is under attack.
Oh, that was close. That was very, very dicey for a while, but
Repairing.
10 seconds, tower
Unit
completed.
under
There's got to
attack.
be more to this, right? Okay, that's pretty irritating. Let's
Objective complete.
get some more
Building.
plasma.
Enemy
towers.
units sighted. Establishing video uplink. Threshold activation complete. I-core flow to hub now in progress. Final objective. Complete signal transmitter construction before relay. The tower is now complete and impervious to GDI's attacks. Construct a signal transmitter so the mothership may be summoned to your location.
Okay.
Now it falls to indigenous forces. Planetary escape depends on the outcome. Repairing. Funds transferred.
Planetary escape depends. Oh, we got tons of money. Okay, so what do we need to make this? Signal I saw it earlier.
Our base is under attack.
Foundry, no. Signal transmitter. Oh, and that's what we need to make the big carrier things, too. So obviously we're going to be making that. Why don't you come up here and start taking some juggernauts?
Training.
And they gave us a bunch of money, so let's make some more storm columns.
Repairing.
Okay, yeah, take control of these. Walk them back and get them repaired.
Walkers in motion.
And they'll help us out.
Our base is under attack.
Yeah, it's just these random drops here. Okay, so signal transmitter. Does it matter where we make it? Let's put it back here.
New construction options. Now that the signal transmitter is constructed, summon the mothership to your location.
I clicked it.
Construction complete. Incoming transmission. Protect and navigate the mothership to the tower for evacuation.
Oh. Oh. So we have to get the mothership with... We're on the mothership, in theory. Or the mothership is our ship.
Enemy base sighted. New bonus objective received. Unit under attack.
Get the planetary assault carriers. Let's go. Double build them.
Our base is under
Was there a
attack.
bonus objective? Destroy the GDI base. Well, you know we're going to do that by making the big carriers. You know we have to do it, right? You'd think they could only build these units at a certain rate, like their air units, but somehow they're just like, they're sending them constantly. This has been okay. I thought I'd have to restart, but with the amount of stuff, like the amount of money that we were given, we seem to be okay. I just keep making
Enemy commando detected.
anti-air. They're going strictly for the mothership, so as long as we keep making stuff here, we should be fine.
Unit promoted. Building.
Storm
Our
columns,
base is
make
under
more
attack.
planetary column things. Or planetary assault
Training.
carriers, even though we're just an expeditionary force.
Repairing.
Go get them. Those storm columns are expensive. Let's try not to lose them. I could also make storm riders to fly out and kill the juggernauts. That would have been smart. I mean, these things are good. They're good enough, so I think we're fine.
Construction complete. Unit.
Oh my god, we're gonna lose these to APCs.
Our base.
That is no good. Alright, back up and get repaired.
Repairing.
We're like getting bombarded by stuff, but it's kind of hard to tell by what. We're gonna run out of power here.
Building.
We just need more anti-air constantly. Storm columns and anti-air. And then we gotta improve them.
Unit under attack. Construction.
It's a little frantic, but I like it. It's fun.
Building.
Okay, once we get the planetary assault carriers, and we have a bunch of them already, and then can the mothership attack? Armed with the catalyst cannon. Should I bother making those? You know what? I've never really gotten any upgrades, which is probably a big deal.
Enemy units sighted.
Like the shields. We need shields, right? And we never built the necessary to get shields.
Attack.
Is it
Construction complete.
the nerve center? No. It is. No, it's the technology assembler. How do we not have one of these? Maybe it was destroyed. Or it's here and I'm looking right at it. It's right here. Wait, cancel that.
On hold. Cancelled.
We need force field generators.
Our base is under attack.
Okay. Okay, I think we have enough stuff now. I'll build even another storm column. Planetary assault carriers. Planetary assault carriers. I've waited to do this for so long. We could also bring...
Enemy units sighted. Repairing.
I don't understand why are
Unit
these
under attack.
going
Our
offline?
base is
Like
under
our
attack. Construction.
power plants are going offline. Maybe it's just once they go below a certain HP, it's like a Scrin thing. I don't know.
Construction complete.
More storm columns and
Building.
anti-air. Storm column, like these giant...
Unit lost.
Oh, yes.
Enemy base sighted.
We're gonna bring these two.
Complete. Enemy units sighted. Unit under attack.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Unit promoted.
Something did a bunch of damage to them, but I don't know what.
Our base is under attack.
I'll bring these guys down here also. Feels like anti-air might be the only thing we're sort of lacking here. Let's get in there.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, we have shields now.
Unit under attack.
What do we have that's good anti-air? Where's our war factory thing? This one.
Our base is under
So we
attack.
want to make... We never tried the Devourer
Unit
tanks.
lost.
I think we want to make Seekers.
Training.
Just make a ton of them, and then we'll rally them in.
Unit promoted.
Yes! I assume they rebuild their guys. Oh, I get it now. The Ion Storm only works when you're standing still. It doesn't say that it prohibits their movement, but...
Stealth detected.
Okay, all of you...
Enemy units sighted.
You know what? Select everyone and go on aggressive. We just want to destroy everything. This little group up here, that's cute. We got plenty of money now, so we can make more Devastator warships. If we destroy GDI, then we can easily move the mothership to the upper left. It's very slow, isn't it? So let's just start moving it, because they're cut off. They can't get to us if they wanted to, so. Okay, let's auto-attack with everything. I have 2 engineers. I'm not sure what I'd use those on. There aren't any dead juggernauts anymore.
Stealth unit detected.
I've wanted to build these things for so long. I should have gotten the force field so much earlier. That's the thing I didn't realize. Plasma disc launchers with our
Repairing.
whatever those things are called. Basically our zone troopers, our special infantry, whatever they're called.
Repairing.
Keep repairing these, because apparently they shut down. Like, this one's at near half health, but it seemed fine.
Repairing.
I don't know, man. And I haven't been using any of my upgrades here. This has been
Enemy base
a
sighted.
problem. I really needed to do that. Okay, I think we've won. Where's my mothership? Or did my mothership probably is floating up here, isn't it? Because I hit Q. Mothership, let's just move you up here to win. There it goes. It's just very slow. Sonic emitter can't attack air.
Complete.
GDI base is kind of destroyed, but not really. Yeah, destroy those airfields.
Our base.
The air power is really the only thing that causes you a lot of problems here. But we made some anti-air and it was all good. This is a cool end mission. I like this. This was neat. We just have to very slowly move. I wonder if we could make a commando or a mastermind and then warp it to the edge of the map. There are a few ways. Like, if I just built the nerve center, the signal transmitter rather, up here, would we have just ended up warping straight up here instead? I wonder. I don't know.
Unit under attack.
All right, GDI is done for. That's a good feeling, because they were a bunch of assholes. It might have been good to take my Devastator warships and snipe their airfields way earlier, because we probably could have. We couldn't build the planetary assault carriers, but they aren't necessarily needed. And I should have been using the ion storms, just because they increase something. It just says strong versus structures and vehicles. It just says increased combat effectiveness. I assume that just means they're really good, but... Alright, and then in approximately 10 to 12 years, we'll make our way across the map. Lots of Tiberium on this map, too, but we couldn't get to it. This was fun. I like this map. It was a fun Scrin holdout. I feel like we struggled to hold on, but we ended up holding on. I think the key is making production up here very quickly, and then storm columns. Like, you start with... It was close. It was like 40,000... Tiberium you started with. You just got to make a ton of static defense, like plasma missile batteries and storm columns, especially because in place they generate these ion storms, and then you move these guys into the ion storms. Did these do better in ion storms? See, I think it's only the air units that benefit from ion storms, from what I could tell. you know, you make vehicles, you combine them with buzzers, but, like, the clear answer here was, like, unleash your full air power. All right, there it goes. I guess we could have tried to use the mothership to blast the GDI base, but I didn't really want to risk it. Sends a destructive shockwave out from the center point of firing. And I've been constantly building stuff, so I haven't had enough money to use these. Ah, there's the wormhole. You started with one of those for free. I mean, using these stasis powers would have been good also. Obviously, we could have stasis their units as they were coming in, like the Juggernauts. But we held on by conventional warfare, and it worked.
Mission accomplished.
If this was hard difficulty, I'd have to use those. I mean, I think throughout the entire playthrough, I had not really effectively used any of the global powers. And I think on hard difficulty, it's really using those in creative ways that would allow us to succeed. Cool, let's watch the end cutscene and do a little retrospective on the vanilla game, and then I'll move on to Kane's Wrath next time. Cool.
Signal transmitter ready for transport of mothership to Threshold. Successful transport to Threshold will enable planetary escape. Congratulations, Foreman. Mission salvaged. Mothership saved.
Mission was aborted. Foreman 371 ignored orders. They're traveling to I-Core Hub now. If Overlord desires more information on Kane, the threshold will soon be active for a return trip to planet Earth. Prepare a full invasion force. Earth will fall.
Haha, JK, Command & Conquer 4 is a reskinned mobile game. No Scrin. Alright, so I'm pretty sure, I mean, I haven't played Command & Conquer 4, but I understand that they did not really continue this storyline in any effective way. So, I think Command & Conquer 4 kind of revisits the older Command & Conquer games where it's like there's a Tiberium crisis and Earth is becoming uninhabitable. And then in this game, it was sort of like, but what about aliens? Which is the whole Tacitus thing. I am aware of the Command & Conquer storyline in general. And I think that's important because Kane's Wrath has a lot of things from Tiberian Sun specifically that I can talk about, I guess, to kind of contextualize some of the things that are happening. But at the end of the day, I don't really care that much. Like, I just want to know enough to understand, again, the context of what I'm playing. I like playing these games because I enjoy the gameplay, less about the lore. You know, y'all can talk about that yourselves. I don't mind. Have fun with it. I don't really care about Command & Conquer lore. I'm sorry if that's blasphemy to you. In any case, I had a lot of fun with this game. It's just like Generals. At the beginning, I'm like, what is this? This makes no sense to me. And I think that just kind of goes to show that I'm an old curmudgeon now. I'm approaching the age of, the ripe age of 31. And anytime I pick up a new franchise, it feels foreign to me. And it takes me a while to kind of get into the groove. But I would say about a quarter through the Nod campaign is when I started feeling way more comfortable with the game in general. And if I were to go back and replay the GDI campaign, I think it would go so much better. Interestingly enough, the mission where you get mammoth tanks, I remember being particularly challenging. I think people were saying that mammoth tanks were rebalanced, so it actually made that mission way harder because there's not a separate unit modification module, I guess, for the campaigns that's separated from melee. So as they balanced melee, it affected the campaigns in ways that they didn't really go back and fix, which is goofy. So there isn't like a campaign mammoth tank versus a melee mammoth tank. It all changes together. So that's a problem. It's obviously still playable, but that mission was like out of place hard. But in any case, again, I really enjoyed this game. It's held up really well compared to when it came out, which was almost, I think it was over 10 years ago now this game came out. And I think visually it still looks really good. The campaign, again, because they've made melee changes, it's not really balanced, I think, the way it was when it was released. But in any case, I realized that is the case, so it really wasn't a problem for me that some of the missions were harder and out of place. But some of the end missions were really fun, and again, I think at the end of the day, I went from not understanding the game and then with a lot of people who helped me because I didn't have the game manual. I don't really take the time to read up on all this stuff before. I just want to get into it and play it and see how it goes. And then you all helped me so much and are, giving me some tips and tricks. Don't spoil the story for myself or each other. But usually I finish a mission and I'm like, this didn't make any sense. And someone gives me some tips and then I will go back and revisit it, and I'm able to perform a lot better, and that's specifically because people have helped me, and I appreciate that. So I think, again, it's almost like in my own time, I'd want to go back and replay this even on hard difficulty. I think Generals is one I don't want to go back and play. Looking back, I did not particularly care for Generals. I think it visually was not that great looking, and I remember some of those missions were just wild. But this game I really enjoyed, and I'd like to go back and play more of it. Obviously, we're going to be moving into Kane's Wrath, and there's some sort of turn-based, there's like a tactical and strategy layer, like global conquest mode, which maybe I'll check out. I don't know for sure if I will or not, but I'm just saying that's an option. So if we want to play more Command & Conquer 3, we can. And then probably continue with this generation of Command & Conquer. I'll play Red Alert 3 next after this, and then we'll just work backwards. We're playing Red Alert 3, and then we'll go back and play Tiberian Sun and then Red Alert 2. And then I'll probably never play the originals. I tried Tiberian Dawn, and that, I don't know, maybe I'll try that again, but there's also remastered versions of those being worked on, so I could also just wait for that. I don't really mind playing backwards. Like I said, the story's not that important to me. I've already read up on it, so hope you're enjoying, and again, thanks for all your help. See everyone next time. Bye now.